Wells to help us with the offensive line situation, which was desperately needed in Junior Alexis, the defensive lineman. So, you know, 3 areas that we were very, very thin on before anything occurred, and hopefully that will help us fortify those positions.
Is Junior Alexis a scholarship kid, or is it?
Yep, correct.
Okay, and talk about him a little bit.
No, just a real tough kid. Obviously, Jethro and Brennan knew about him. Had a chance to evaluate him and knew a lot about him when he was at Crenshaw. And a kid that we thought really hard about bringing in January. We had the room to do it now, so we chose to have him here and train him rather than to have him either at a JUCO, community college, or a prep school.
And with Hunter, how did it come about that he went up here, and what did you guys like about him?
Well, again, I mean, Hunter's a big physical kid. He's over 300 pounds, about 6'5", and can really run well. And again, this year we knew we would be, basically recruiting right up until the last day we can get student athletes in, just because of our unusual circumstances. So again, we're pleased with those guys that they could join our team, and obviously at positions that we just don't have enough depth right now.
Is it sort of a foregone conclusion they're going to have to redshirt just because it is so late in preparation?
Yeah, I mean, this has been a strange 2 weeks. So I mean, I'm not going to put anything past this. So we'll see. I mean, every guy in that team right now is preparing, to be a starter and preparing to get in the game, and so we're going to treat these guys no differently.
Coach, you talk about the strange 2 weeks. What's been the toughest part for you the last 2 or 3 weeks?
Well, I think the toughest part obviously was the uncertainty. In the middle there was real tenuous for us. We couldn't figure out who was going to be making the trip and who was going to start and all those things. But once that cloud was lifted, we were able to kind of get our ducks in order and set the depths and move forward.
You talked about this being a dream job. Just describe your feelings here a couple of days before the game and just how you envision everything.
Again, I'm not really, to me, my focus is on the staff and the team, and that's always been my focus. So I really don't take a lot of time to reflect on those things. I'm sure when you're in the plane or on the bus ride to the stadium, I'm sure there will be some emotional moments. But right now we've got to make sure that we have the right mindset and we're ready to go for Monday night.
Do you have something prepared? Are you going to tell the guys, or are you just going to kind of wing it?
If I did, I wouldn't tell you. But I'm not going to wing it.
Right.
Do I seem like a wing type guy?
No.
What is it about this team you think that it's ready to win now?
Well, I think we've been through a lot, and we've had a lot of guys step up, and there hasn't been any complaining. There hasn't been any excuses, and there's been a next man in mentality. So, again, when you're at a place like Miami, and I've been saying it all week, I feel badly for the guys who can't play, but it's an incredible opportunity for guys who maybe haven't played as much or that are on the young side and have a chance to step up and make a statement in an incredible stage on Monday night.
A lot of people have been praising you for how you've handled the last couple of weeks here. A lot of the people have been following this organization a long time. When you hear that kind of praise, that this is the right man on the right job, handling everything right, what's your reaction?
Again, thank you for your support. Everybody, not just here on the campus, but in the community and our fans and alumni. And again, it means a lot to our staff and our players right now, more than it means to me. I mean, to me, I'm just going to keep putting my head down and bulldogging, but I think the kids need to know that there's, a lot of people out there that believe in them, number one, and then number two, realize, how good our kids really are deep down and how far some of them have come in spite of this.
Now, how soon, the new kids, how soon can they start practicing and being in pads? Do they have to wait?
Corey just got here, so Corey's got to go through that 5-day period, but and Hunter has to do that as well. I think he's on day 2 right now, but Junior is fully integrated already.
Gotcha. And then does this mean that Kevin Grooms is not going to be joining your team?
Not at this point. He's not going to be able to join us at this point, and we're still working through that.
I want to ask you about Jeremy Lewis. I know you switched his position. How is he coming along there?
He's doing great. I mean, he made the travel squad, and he's shown a lot of progress. He's had as good a camp as anybody. He's in good shape, and he's really doing a nice job for us at guard.
Who were some of the last kids that really pushed to get on the bus?
Well, Casey Rogers did. I mean, Casey Rogers did. And then he got a little head injury, which he'll be fine. But that was really disappointing. But Eduardo Clemens made a fantastic push down the end. Rashawn Scott made a great push down the end. Dallas Crawford, some of the young linebackers that we've been talking about. So there was a lot of push down the end, especially from a special team standpoint, to get on that plane. And we'll have a couple more empty seats than normal, but we're excited about the group that's getting on there.
One of the guys we haven't heard that much about lately is Andrew Swayze. What's the latest with him, and how's he?
Again, he's doing great. I mean, he's starting for us on 2 or 3 special teams, and clearly in the mix at safety. So again, if you're not hearing about him, we're dealing with so many different things. But Andrew's done a good job. He's still learning the game, and he's made a lot of progress here.
Tony Logan obviously was a big threat for them last year. Your philosophy with the new punter, is it just to go to him? I mean, do you kick away from him?
Yeah, we got to cover. We got to cover. Tony's, obviously has a tremendous average and has done a great job for them. But, when you're in this league and even the teams that we're facing out of conference, we're going to see a lot of guys that have a chance to break it. So we got to learn how to cover, leverage the football, and obviously we need a good game from Dalton. I have time for one more guy.
So you said Junior's already out here. Just curious, your thoughts of seeing him and how he looks.
He looks great. I'm excited about him. I mean, he's closing in on 270 right now, and we'll eventually he'll keep growing. I'm sure he'll be 285 by the spring and be ready to help us.
Thanks so much.